So after I picked the kids up from school, we're gonna go visit Jennifer. She had the shunt put in. She had the brain surgery. I'm still waiting on the doctor, the neurosurgeon, to get back to me. He has to check the CAT scans to make sure there's no infection. Everything was a success. It looks like, it worked out. She's watching TV. That's a good sign. She's awake. Um, the problem is she's still on the ventilator. And the other problem is that she's still dealing with that aspiration pneumonia. See, the last time they took her off the ventilator, it was very scary. She threw up. And when she threw up, there was a certain amount of the throw up, I guess, that she swallowed again through the wrong pipe. And it kind of restarted the aspiration pneumonia. So getting her off the ventilator is going to be a very big challenge. That's kind of like the next step of where we're at. Okay, so it's all a step-by-step process. Step one, she had to get the surgery. She had to get the shunt. Step two, we got to get her off the ventilator successfully. That is not an easy thing to do. They wanted to do that track, which is to hold in the throat. I said, hold off on that. The girl still got to get treatment for a cancer. They haven't treated her. It's crazy, in 30 days, because they were so focused on the pneumonia, and they're so focused on getting her the shunt. But now at least the shunt, the operation, that's the to drain the liquids in the brain that was caused by the tumors. It's called hydrocephalus. The shunt is now put in. So she's got that permanent port that will drain the liquids. It's kind of, they drain it into the stomach. It's pretty incredible how they do that. So it becomes like a permanent fixture to treat the liquids that would get stuck in the brain because of the tumors. They're able to divert the fluids. So that's a good thing. She's watching TV. That's a good thing. All good things. Okay, you got to take the good. You can't just only look at the bad. You got to look at the positives too, right? You got to look at the small victories. But getting her off the ventilator is going to be really challenging and really difficult, especially that she's still dealing with that aspiration pneumonia. So that's where I'm at right now. I just want to get her off this ventilator. If she could get off the ventilator successfully, that's going to be a big step forward. That's a huge step. And then it's all going to be really dependent then on how much oxygen she's going to need. That's going to be the next step. It's so many steps. And then the food tube is going to be challenging too. She's on the food tube right now. See, the problem is she hasn't drank anything or ate anything through her mouth in 30 days because of this aspiration pneumonia. Isn't that crazy? I think about that so much. I'm like, my poor wife, her throat must be so dry. She had no liquids, no food for 30 days. It breaks my effing heart. It breaks my heart. That's why I've been eating, because I think about her. I think I'm eating for the two of us. I'm like, I'm so, listen, I fed my wife like a champion her whole life. You have to understand. I've never had a meal without her. So you have no idea. That's why I've been going crazy lately. I think I've been eating out of comfort. I'm so nervous, but that's going to be the next challenge. I call that emotional eating. I do my short videos. Of course, I feed my kids real well, and I feed my dogs, take care of my mom. I just feel bad. I want to take care of my wife, but she's getting fed through the feeding tube right now. That's the only choice, because she's still dealing with the aspiration pneumonia. So the real big obstacles that she's facing right now, besides really getting treated for the cancer, it's like you can't treat the cancer until she gets past all these other obstacles. The first obstacle, she had to get through the shunt. The shunt operation is done. Knock on wood. Thank God. The next thing, we got to see if we could get her off the ventilator successfully, where she doesn't throw up, it doesn't aspirate again. Then the next thing, they're probably going to take her off the food tube, but then the speech therapist is going to come to see if she could possibly eat. Listen, even if it's applesauce, even if it's something like baby food, anything, just if she could eat something. So those are the next steps. Keep my wife in your prayers. And remember, I do have the service, the thank you song service. Anyone who would like to help our family, we're going through an extremely difficult time. My mother's got pneumonia too, if you can believe it, in the rehab. My mother's got pneumonia on top of all the stuff my wife is going through with the lepto disease. This is a very tough cancer, where the cancer is spread to the brain from, it started off as breast cancer. It spread to the brain and the spinal cord, a tunnel. Very, very hard to treat this cancer. Please keep her in your prayers, my wife. She's a fighter. She's Rocky Balboa. I make a lot of videos, Rocky style. My wife is a warrior. She's a barbarian. She fights like Trump, baby. Fight! But the thing is that she certainly could use some help. We all could use some help right now. And I'm a piano player, as you all know. I do my jazz and my blues piano pieces. I would write you a song. It's called the Thank You Song for a very small entertainment tip on my Cash App. My Cash App is like my tip jar in the piano bar. It's the $ RichardLevoi, $RichardLev as in Victor, OI. All of this information is in the description of this video. God bless you. God bless your family. A small $1, $2, $5, whatever you can do. Okay, $10, whatever you want to do. Entertainment tip. It'll help my wife. It'll help my family. We're going through a tough time. My wife is dealing with cancer. Very serious. And we could use support, love and support. God bless you. Again, the Cash App, $RichardLevoi, RichardL as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. Remember, there is no spaces, no underscore in between my first and my last name. God bless you. God bless your family. Please keep my wife and my mom in your prayers.